Namaste, dear students. Today we are going to discuss about grade 9 English subject, and we deal on 15 units, and today's topics in the 15 unit is writing. Are you ready for this? Oh yes, you are ready. Could you kindly see out the slides here? Can you guess why are this picture kept here for? Can you guess? I think, yes, you can guess. Yeah, you are right. This is the pictures of Lord Gautam Buddha. And what's about this? Oh yes, you are right. It is Mount Everest. So why have they kept here? I think this type of pictures you have already used in your daily life, right? You might have used. Perhaps you used for sending postcard. Yes, you are right. So, have you ever sent any postcard to your friends or relative? This is the major brainstorming questions here. Yeah, we believe you definitely you sent to some of your friends or relatives. So what are the things can you get here? This is the format of postcard. We can check out. What are the parts here? You can see this is for stamp, right? And what is the place for this? Oh yes, you are right, it is for address only. Okay, so can you guess what is this part used for? Oh yes, you might be guessing, your guess may be right. Let's see. Yeah, this part is for message, writing message. The same part where we have mentioned here, we put in this part just for stamp, right? So this is the part for address. So we will be writing message here, and you can prepare your postcard in this way. It looks as if it is an envelope, but it is not envelope. These stripes are just for, they are used for decorating the card, right? So let's go for detail again. And before going to detail, we will be discussing about the size, shape of postcard. Can you guess out what could be the size, shape of these postcard? Yeah, right. You know the size is, the size and shape, but let's find out the actual size and shape. It is rectangular, right? The size of the postcard is rectangular. We can witness. This is the length, this is the breadth, and there is thickness as well. So, standard length of postcard is 12.5 centimeter, and thickness is 0.01 centimeter. It is very, very thin. You can't measure by the scale you do have, but such type of postcards are available having such thickness in the market. Okay, but shape you can check out, rectangular, and the length must not be more than 12.5. This is the standard size, and the height of the postcard, that means breadth, that is 8.8 centimeter to 9.0 centimeter. This is the standard size. So when you are sending any postcard to your any friends or any relatives, you can collect any kind of postcard from market, or you can prepare on the respective measure of this parameter, right, students? Did you understand? Oh yes. So how do we write postcard? Can you tell how a postcard is written? Yeah, perhaps you might have already written, you know something. We are going to discuss in detail later on. So let's see. This is a sample postcard, right? What is written here? Happy New Year, right? 2019, 20 and 19. And this postcard was used by somebody or someone while sending the wish of Happy New Year, beginning of Happy New Year 2019. So what do you see here? You see December 30, 2018. On the eve of New Year, this message is written here. It was written. So what is the main message? The main message is Happy New Year 2019. all the best in the upcoming 2019, and I wish you good successful academic year. So who had written this message? Can you guess? It could be by a friend, right? Because a friend had already wished about a good successful academic year for other friend. So sincerely yours, one friend, the sender, has written here, sincerely yours, and then he or she will be writing here what? Signature. You are right. So let's begin again discussing about something more about postcard sending in different ritual days or celebration. Postcard for other ritual days. So this is the shape, this is the format, because we send postcard not only in the new year, we will be sending postcard for other days which are celebrated. Especially in Nepal, we send the postcard on the eve of Dasai, Tiyar, Eid, Chhath, some other day, Losar, and something, returning something, wishings all about to the friends or family or our circle or neighbor too. So for that, we can use this format. What do you see here? On the auspicious occasion of, in this gap, in this blank space, dear student, you can mention the name of celebration day or any ritual day. So this year you can change according to the year, in which year you are sending the postcard, you can mention the year also. And for after that, I would like to wish all the best for you. So this is the beginning line for writing postcard and sending to your friends. So for more, we must have to pray something for that. May God bless you for your progress, prosperity, and sound health. So we will be writing this kind of wish while sending any kinds of postcard to our friends. And finally, we can write just like yours only, or your sincerely, or your lovely, and we can just sign. But this is the part where date is not mentioned. This content we can write in this part, right? So in this part, especially we discuss the format. We have already discussed about the content, but the format is just going to be discussed. This postcard has the back part. This is not the front part of the postcard, because in the front part we will be getting any kind of colorful picture, something like that, or portrait of any people. So here we will be mentioning. So in this part, what we do mention about our content, the content is use the back of the postcard to address the recipient. This is the back part. Here we will be writing different things, such as write the recipient address on the right hand side of the postcard. This is the right hand side of the postcard. We will be writing address of the recipient, right? So where we write the major message here in this left part. Yes, you are right. And address the persons you are sending your card to on the left hand side of the postcard. Here we will be writing. So write the date at the top. Where do you write? Top means which side? This side, or here, or here? Oh yes, you are right, because you are tangible enough. You have already seen date is written this side. That means this part, that means left hand side top corner, right? So write your handwritten message in this part, as you have already seen. The main message is written this part, and at last you sign your postcard. Is this clear, students? Yes, nice. Now further we discuss about making several kinds of postcard in different celebration. Just like here is an example that a postcard is written on the eve of or on the celebrations of Dasai, our festival, right? Festival of Hindu. However, we have already discussed that we can send several kinds of postcard in the respective feast or festivals as we have been celebrating according to our culture, right? So, but this typical example is just for prepare for sending to any friends on the eve of Dasai. So, what you see, I think definitely you can say this is about Goddess Durga. Yes, right? So, let's see how we write the content sending Dasai wishing. On the auspicious occasion of Dasai 2076, I would like to extend all the best for you. May Goddess Durga bless you for your progress, prosperity and sound health. Yours, because it is drafted on the basis of this frame. Because this frame is used, you can just replace something as you like, just like here it is written Dasai, but you can, if you are sending this kind of card on the eve of Tiyar, you can write Deepavali, or if you are sending the card for Chhat, you can write Chhat, or any Losar or something like that. So other format could be same, but little bit here is peculiarity. This Dasai is celebrated on respect of Goddess Durga, and but that is why it is mentioned May Goddess Durga. But instead of May Goddess Durga, you can write that May God only, right? Because God is common to other rituals as well. So shall we go to the next slide? Yes. So let's discuss a bit detail about sending and preparing postcard. So what do you see here? Yes, this is a stamp. This is the stamp of Nepal. So date, as we discussed, date is written on the top hand side of left corner. That's why March 3rd, 2015. This postcard was prepared on for March 2015. So sometimes we can also mention the salutation. In our previous postcard, in the previous content, we did not mention any kind of salutation. Sometimes we can salute, Hi Dev, such as. So, and then we can write all kinds of the description or the content, what you want to write, what we want to write. This content is also available in your book. You can find out. So the beginnings is quite different, right? Because there is the salutation. So greeting from Phuket. Paru is writing this sample of postcard from Phuket, right? Phuket lies in, oh yes, you are right, in Thailand. I have just arrived at Hotel Lion. As I have promised, I am sending you a postcard, because Paru has already promised to whom? Dev, right? So the weather is beautiful out here. As you can imagine, the beach is so inviting. You think that so inviting means he is so interested to go there and see there, because a kind of serene situations of beach Paru has already seen. Tonight we are going to Muktabam. This is the place in Phuket area in Thailand where people mostly go for meditations. And from tomorrow we shall start meditations. Can you believe that we meditate on seashore? Yeah, some of the people, they meditate somewhere, but especially we think people, they meditate inside the jungle or jungle side, right? But here, this is the astonishing or surprising situation. They are going to have their meditations on seashore. So wish you were here. That is a kind of expectation. So we can see some of the detailed informations about this postcard. Are you clear, students? Yes, we believe that you are clear. Let's go further. Look at the sample postcard and prepare some kinds of postcard for sending your friends. So see another example. This is the receiver side and this is the part where message is kept. This stamp is kept around this side, and again according to the format we can mention the time date just like it is written today, just June 21st, 2019. 1st June 2019, this is the today's date. We can mention the date in which date we are writing the postcard on this top side, right? So, hi Diksha, greeting from Kathmandu. So, we have just moved towards Lumbini, the birthplace of Lord Gautam Buddha, right? So, we will reach there tomorrow early mornings. We will study in detail about Ashok Pillar and Mayadevi temple. We are so excited to visit Tilaura Court. Tilaura Court is the place where the palace of Suddhodhan was there, the palace of King Suddhodhan. Who was he? Yes, you know, he was the father of Lord Gautam Buddha. And who is writing this postcard? Oh, yes, you are right, issue. And the address of receiver is, the receiver name of receiver is Diksha Sakya, and she is available in this address. The address is house number 357, that is Pushpalal Chowk, Viratnagar, Nepal. So this looks like the complete postcard. Okay. In the same way, dear students, we discuss much of the things in detail. So you will be able to draft, you will be able to prepare, even you can prepare the postcard by cutting your any kinds of paper chart or chart paper, or you can purchase from the market, and you can, without forgetting all the content, you will be preparing postcard in different subject. For that you have to mention the date at the top in left hand corner. Then after that you can sometimes salute, or without salutation also you can prepare postcard, but you can write major thing, but it must not be longer because the size of postcard is very limited. Yes, it is constrained. That's why you can write some very important and important informations only, and never forget to write your name, and you sign down also after your name. And on the next side you can write the receiver address and post it by just stamping the stamp on your postcard, because it doesn't need any kind of envelope and so on. So that is why we expect that you will be able to prepare some kinds of postcard on this topic. This is your assignment. Prepare a postcard for one of your friends, wishing him or her a Happy New Year. Or instead of Happy New Year, you can also change some kinds of other ritual ceremony also, as for example. But this is your assignment. Please prepare on this topic. Now, second one is that prepare a postcard for one of your relatives, informing about your camping and hiking at Nagarkot. That means it is expected that you had already visited Nagarkot and you were there for camping and hiking too. Remember all those things, what were the things for you, as if they were the excitement for you, and you can prepare on the basis of this as well. And third one is that please prepare a postcard for one of your friends, wishing him or her for ritual day ceremony or any kinds of celebration, ritual day celebrations, as we discuss about Dasai celebrations also, and other format was also given for you for your kind information to prepare the card paper, right? Or they are called postcard. So is it clear for you students? Oh, I guess. Thank you. So shall we move to next item? Our next session, in these sessions, we have divided for the next part also for discussing about newspaper article. So for this, there are some questions for you. How often do you read English newspaper? Are you familiar with the following terms? This is the format of newspaper. Yeah, first front part, right? This is at all the newspaper. So let's see what are the some of the content of the article, newspaper article. So are you familiar about these words: flag, headlines, bylines, deadline, lead, body or explanation, or cutline in newspaper article? Let's see. This is the newspaper. The name of newspaper is the Himalayan Times, we know. And here is a large banner, the name of newspaper. It is called in the term of journalisms by the word flag, right? What is the headline here if you confine in this newspaper article here? So headline is this: CPN Sarlai District Chief shoot dead. So, and this is the headline. This is called headline. And what is byline? Can you see something here written? What is written here? Himalayan News Service. This is the byline in newspaper article. And at down it is written Kathmandu, June 20. This is the deadline, right? So we have discussed about flag, headline, byline, deadline, and after that any newspaper starts from lead line, or if there are more than 2 or 3 sentences, it becomes a paragraph. It could be asked as lead paragraph, it could be said or termed as lead paragraph. And after the lead paragraph, we start to explain about anything in the newspaper in detail. That is called body or explanation. Sometimes there could be such type of pictures within the major part of, within the body of the article, that is called cut line, but always cut line is not necessary to mention. We can see a cut line here too. Yes, dear students, you can see a cut line. Yes, you can see the cut line and something is written here. Sometimes in newspaper article all the details will be available, or sometimes some of the detail may not be available, right? So did you understand all this, about all this terminology about the newspaper article? Yes, oh right. Now let's go. So let me again highlight: the headline is the major line, major topic. This is the major topic of the newspaper article. And byline, writer's name could be here, a reporter name, and date and address could be indicated by deadline. So the major thing is started to produce from this part, which is named as lead line. There it contains about what happened, where and when did it happen, who was involved, how did it happen, why is it necessary, newsworthy or necessary things. So that things should be written in the beginning paragraph, that is called lead paragraphs. After that the major things will be in detailedly explained down, such that people can understand all the things about the newspaper article. But most important point is that this lead line must have to attract the people's attentions. Now, did you understood? Did you understand, students? Okay, right. You understood. So now let's develop a newspaper article. So title is given here. This is the title. So the name of the title is Killed in Bus Accident. So after that there are some of the clues given. So we can find out a bus, number of the bus is given 5674. The bus, it was going to Biratnagar. So you can guess that Biratnagar is a very western part. So sorry, eastern part of Nepal. And then you can mention that beginnings of, that means starting point of the bus, you can guess that from the bus park Kathmandu. And on the way from this line, what you can find out is that, oh yes, bus collided with a tanker, and you immediately you can guess two people were killed on spot and two died on the way to hospital. So from these clues, how can we develop newspaper article? Let's see. So you can write, so you can mention the name of the article killed in a bus accident. You can say that the bus was heading towards Biratnagar from Kathmandu. So you can also mention in detail, just like the bus was carrying some number of passengers. You can name yourself how many passengers could be there, you can guess and write. Probably number could be 32, right? Because there are almost all buses having 32 seats. So on the way, what you can write, because of the high speed or some kind of any kind of hurdle, there was accident taken place. The bus collided with the tanker. Yes, you can explain in that way. Just you can produce the lead line. After that, you can detail something about the accident, because on this place you can tell that, such as the bus was collided with the tanker because of the high speed, or the conditions of the bus was not so good. Otherwise, you can also mention that the driver had been taking a kind of carelessness during the time of drivings, and passengers were also suggesting that driver must not have to drive in such a fast speed. Something you can elaborate, you can explain about your newspaper. And you can also bring some of the informations about the eyewitness also, or you can interview with the peoples who had seen the accident. So this will be the detail, but for all kinds of the thing, let's hear in the format form. So we write according to the format, we write the name of the article at top, killed in a bus accident. So what could be this? The Kathmandu Post news reporter. Who is he? P. Satyal, right? So here, what is this? We can see this is the headline, right? So this is, what is this called? Byline. Now what is this part called? Kathmandu April 24. Sorry, April 24. It is deadline. So what is this called? We have already discussed, right? It is, oh yes, you are right, it is lead paragraph, because it is not only in a sentence. So example is that, this is just for sample, a bus having name plate 5674 NA was going to Biratnagar from Kathmandu, collided with the tanker in Chitwan. It was unexpected accident as the bus hit the tanker. You can write, you can add something like that, for the clues. So from the clues you can develop this, which was parked on its own side. This is your own creativity. And two passengers were killed on the spot because it was given in the information. But some other things we have mentioned ourselves, we have developed ourselves. In that way you can do. So this is the main part. This part will attract the reader. What had happened, where something had happened. So why this news is very much eye-catchy to the peoples. So these are the things we have to concentrate while drafting any kinds of newspaper article. And after that you can explain more. Out of 32 passengers, this information is not given, but you can elaborate yourself in detail. You have to make some important points in the body, you can detail yourself. Almost were injured, this information is also not given, you can mention yourself. So, and they were taken into the Chitwan hospital. Sadly to say, 2 passengers died while they were being carried to hospital. So 2 passengers died, the information was given in the clues, so you can produce in that way. The eyewitness, this information is not given, but you can detail. The eyewitnesses told the reporter that the accident was taken place due to the carelessness of the bus driver. This is your own creativity. The local traffic inspector Mr. Dhanbahadur Subba said you can also mention in your article for detailing it yourself, however it is your own way, right? The bus driver was in police custody because they arrested him, and the investigation about the accidents has been gravely taken. There must not be any stone left to find out about the accident, because this is the statement by the police inspectors. So the dead bodies have been kept in hospital. This is for the detail which is not given in the clues, but we can add. So the passengers who died in accidents have been identified, and their bodies will be soon handed over to the respective family. In that way we can discuss and we can elaborate all kinds of the clues given in the newspaper article, right? So I hope that you will be able to draft some kinds of newspaper articles on the given points, because of our discussions already illustrated much more about preparations of the newspaper article. So dear students, in your home you are always thinking about this all content of newspaper article and drafting yourself, just like in this clues. First clue is that talented students award medals. This is the main topic, right? So there are clues, just like the top 3 in SE, you can extend the best among the best, you can extend Moes from ABC school, and the prizes are gold medals, bronze medals and silver medal also, and the chief guest will be the mayor. So similarly there will be another exercise for you. It is University of Information Technology, open among a big crowd at Baake, and has the capacity for 200 students a year. Scholarships are available. Best wishes from Minister of Education. And on these 2 clues you will be preparing newspaper article. So what you understand, that in preparing newspaper article we must have to go for title first, then after that byline, after that deadline, after that you have to confine enough for preparations of the lead line, and you have to collect some of the information about explaining the newspaper article, right? That could be the body or the explanation, but cut line could not be necessary. Sometimes students may not be writing about the byline too. So I think you understood. Today we have completed all the deliveries. Have a nice time. Best of luck. Namaste and bye-bye.